My name is Mariana Santiago, and welcome to my podcast. Is Mariana making sense? You decide. Episode number 7. Do not worry of what you cannot control. And it's so crazy and time consuming to entertain and worry about the situations, but yet we do it so much and so many times. We keep complaining to our friends, we keep being frustrated, and we keep being unhappy willingly because we think that we can control something that we actually cannot, because we simply don't have superpowers. So we sometimes think that the inexisting thing, like the future, it's something that we can actually act on it and change it to whatever we want. And the sad reality, my friends, is that we cannot. It would be amazing though. I feel like it would be great, but imagine how crazy it would be that we live in a world where everyone controls their own reality. That would be insane. I feel like everyone would be on their own. And it's to put ourselves in this type of situations. It's put our head to, as we say, overthink this situation one, like over and over and over again. It just generates anxiety. We waste our energy and time on something that it's not worth it. And the reality is that our time and our energy are precious, and that's something that we need to know where to put it. I know, again, we would love to be in control of our lives, on everything that happens at work, with our family, with our love life, on our daily basis. But the reality is, and we know this, the thing again is that we forget that creating expectations and not getting the results that we want, it just creates frustration. Oh, expectations create frustration. I love the sound of that. And I always say, or as I heard decades ago from I don't know who, but I love it, is that there are only two sure things in this life, and that is death and an idiot. I love it because it's so true. And again, sometimes we can't think that everything is for certain, everything is for sure in our lives. It doesn't matter even if I did everything perfect, everything by the book in order for something to happen. The fact is that sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it even happens in our own realities. Sometimes we do everything with ourselves, and at the end, it's not the outcome that we want. So imagine this, but depending on situations and depending on someone else. That is even harder. Sometimes we do the mean thing to ourselves to even create multiple scenarios where we say, okay, if this person comes and talk to me, I could answer this, or I could do this. And then we have like 5-6 scenarios on how I can act on something that hasn't even happened. So why do we put ourselves in this situation? Why are we doing that evil thing to us when we know that that person hasn't even talked to us and we don't know if that person will? And this is like a simple example. And sometimes there are situations where we can control a little bit, and then there are situations that we lose control of that entire same scenario. Let's put it that way. I was talking about, you have a neighbor that it's too loud, you went downstairs, you complain, you did everything that you had to do in order to say that neighbor, it's too loud and it's not respecting the norms. But if nothing happens, you've been in this hell for over a year. I think the time now is that you have no control over what's happening over there, but you have control onto moving on, like, somewhere else. Unfair, of course. But that's the only thing that we can do if we want to change something. It goes along with what I said in my last episode, how we create our reality and how we can take action in order to change the reality that we live in. And I think the main question is, can we influence? Do we have the power of influencing others, of influencing this situation to have a slight change, to be different? I feel like we have to evaluate that moment that it's affecting us, that memory or that situation, that reality, and again ask, do we have an influence on it? Can we have an influence on it? Can we do something to change it? Is there something in us that we can do to change that? Is that related to us? Where is the frustration coming? And I think this part is key. I think we need to know, where is that frustration coming from? Why is being generated within our minds, like in ourselves? Is that something that it's physically in our control? It's something that we can touch. It's something that I can do, like, I don't like this here, and then move it here. Like, I can't complain about, oh, I don't like this here, and just leave it there, because I can actually take an action on it. But if you can't, I can say, I don't like that it's dark at 7 p.m. Can I change the weather? Can I change the fact that it's dark outside? No. So I feel like we need to know that difference. And to know if we can do something, what is it that we can do to change that reality? So the question is, can we actually do something to control that entire situation? And if we can, how can we do it in the best way possible? If we can't, then just let it go. Because and if we don't know how to let it go, work our best and like give it time to let it go. It doesn't have to happen overnight. And again, why give energy, so much energy and time, to something that is completely out of our control? Why again do we entertain that thought? Why do we make multiple scenarios? Why? We need to own what we do. We need to learn the balance of what can you control and what can you not control, in a way that you are at peace, you are fulfilled, you're happy. Finding that balance is key. So we have to think, what can we control? What is it that it's actually in the power of our hands, of our reach, and of our power, within our power? I think that's so, it's key. And I know it sounds super simple and obvious, but a lot of times we forget. And it's, what do I want to learn if it's something new? What I do, all of the actions that I take on my life, on others' life. Who are around me? Who's the people that I'm surrounded with? Is that people positive people? Are they negative people? Are they toxic people? That is something that we can control. We can't say, oh no, she's my friend, I hate it, but it's just that I need to be friends with her. No. That is the situation that we can totally control. Who is around us? How do I treat everyone? How do I treat, as I've always said, the concierge? How do I treat my family? How do I treat my friends? How do I treat somebody that I don't know? What I say, and when I say what I say, it's what I say to myself, what comes out of this mouth. What do I say to everyone? It's something that I can control, and it comes just sometimes think before you speak. And if we lose control, because it happens, and I've seen it in me, in so many people, that sometimes you are in front of a situation and you just react. You're just like a bomb. And when you realize that wasn't you actually admit it. You lose control. You lost total control over something. And the idea here is to recognize where you lost control, identify it, and not let it happen again. Or how can you improve that reaction? How we behave in all the different situations that life puts us. my ideas. What do ideas I have in my mind? That it's also something that we can totally control. And I feel like the best examples to give you right now is an example of something that we can control. It's I want to be fit. I want to be thin. Okay, I can start going to the gym or working out at my place or go for a walk, jump rope, start eating healthy, sleep better. So many things that I can do to control that situation, to reach that goal that I'm putting for myself. And a situation, an example of where we cannot control things, it's let's say that I just broke up, or not just, I broke up with my boyfriend months ago. And I'm just tormented by all the actions that he's doing. Because now he's living with his new girlfriend, he moved, he's saying this, he's saying that, he's acting like an angel. And it pisses me off. Of course it pisses me off, everything that he's doing. The fact is that I don't control I don't control him anymore. Hopefully I was not controlling him ever. But I mean, I don't control what he does with his life. I don't control who he chooses to be. And especially even less now that I am not in his life. And I feel like that's a common situation with our friends. And I've seen it so many times that we get frustrated of something that already happened because we just get like stuck to that hope or to that feeling. So, again, the key message to this podcast is identify what is it that is within our reach to make a change or control and what it's not. And if it's not, let it go. Let it go. That will show you a path filled with peace and happiness. Thank you everyone so much for being here. Remember, I am an open book. If you have any questions, suggestions, you want me to talk about any theme in particular, just hit me up at my Instagram. Ella es Marianita. And if you like it, subscribe, share, give it a like. And yeah, tell everyone who you can think that can benefit from this reflection of the day. Until next week, and thank you so much for being here. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.